You know, I've often thought about journey of success, and one key element always stands out: the sheer force of will to get things done. It's like sailing a ship. You can have the finest vessel, the best crew, but without setting a course and pushing forward, you will simply drift. Today, I want to talk about that. The art of pushing yourself, of moving beyond the ordinary to achieve the extraordinary. Imagine, if you will, a person, much like any one of us, standing the crossroads of a decision. Every day, we face these crossroads, moments where our choices define us. In these moments, it's not just about making decisions, but about making the right decisions. Now, I'm not talking about choosing what to have for breakfast. I'm talking about the choices that scare us, that push us, that force us out of our comfort zone. You see, there is a powerful force within each of us, a force often untapped. It is the ability to compel ourselves to do what needs to be done, even when everything in us wants to be procrastinated or to be avoided. Think about the last time you really didn't want to do something. Maybe it was a tough conversation. Maybe it was a project that seemed insurmountable. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment of where the easier choice is to say, I'll do it tomorrow. But here is the thing. Tomorrow becomes the next day and the next. And soon enough, what was a molehill becomes a mountain. In these moments, the difference between success and stagnation is action. Action is the fundamental key to all success. It's not just about having knowledge or talent. It's about using the knowledge, harnessing that talent. You could have the intellect of Einstein without action. It's like having a library of books that you never read. How do we tap into that force? How do we push ourselves to take action, especially when it is tough? Well, that's a journey we are on together today. It's about understanding the why behind that what. It's about learning to embrace the discomfort of growth. Because let me tell you, growth and comfort do not coexist. I want you to think that a goal, a dream, something you've been put off. Hold that in your mind as we embark on this discussion. Because today, it's not just about theories and words. It's about transformation. It's about turning I can't into I will. Believe me, the journey from I can't to I will is where all the magic happens. Dive into this together, shall we? Let's explore how we can harness this force within us, how we can turn the tide into our favor and truly set sail toward our dreams. Remember, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey, my friend. It's about discovering the incredible power of self-discipline, the power to move mountains, the power to change our lives. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. It is for those who are willing to roll up their sleeves and dig deep and to do the work that most shy away from, but not from us. We're different. We are the ones who are willing to look challenges in the eye and say, I'm stronger than you. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it, but I promise you it will be worth it. Because on the other side of a discipline, on the other side of that hard work lies the life you've always dreamed of. A life where you are the master of your fate, not the victim of your circumstances. Begin this adventure together with open minds and willing heart. Let's commit to ourselves, to our dreams, to the journey of forcing ourselves to get it done, no matter what. Remember, the only limits that exist are the ones we place on ourselves. Let's break those barriers and soar to new heights. It's not just about the goal, it's about who we become in the process of reaching that goal. It's about the strength we gain, the wisdom we acquire, and the character we build. So, are you ready to take that first action and take the first step? Are you ready to force yourself to get it done? Because I believe you can. I believe you will. Let's take this journey together, step by step, day by day, until we reach the pinnacle of our potential. The incredible power of self-discipline. Self-discipline, my friend, is the silent engine that drives success. It's the inner strength that gets us out of bed and those cold mornings when the world seems to be against us. It is the force that keeps us going when everything else says stop. It's not just a trait, it is a way of life. Imagine for a moment a world where everyone exercises perfect self-discipline. Picture people following through on every promise they made to themselves. Imagine the achievements, the transformations. Now I know what you're thinking. The world sounds ideal, perhaps too good to be true. But here is the secret: that world begins with you. It starts the moment you decide to take control of your life. You see, self-discipline is about taking responsibilities. It's about making choices, not excuses. It's about saying no to the things that harm us and yes, the thing that help us grow. It's about making a commitment to yourself and keeping it. It is easy to be disciplined when someone is watching, but true self-discipline is what you do when no one is looking. It is the choices you make in those quiet, unseen moments that truly define who you are. Now, talk about the rewards of self-discipline. It is not just about getting things done. It's about peace of mind that comes with knowledge where you're in control of your action. It is the pride that comes from looking back at our way and realize you did what you set out to do. It is the confidence that grows every time you keep a promise to yourself. This confidence, my friend, is priceless. It spills over into every aspect of your life, lightening up like morning sun. Now forget, self-discipline is also a challenge. It's a muscle that needs constant exercise, just like any muscle. It can tire, it can feel strained, but it's just a sign that it's growing stronger. Each time you push through the temptation to give up, you're not just moving one step closer to your goal. You're also building your self-discipline muscle. You're teaching yourself that you can do hard things, that you can overcome challenges, and this in itself is a victory. Think about the last minute you really pushed yourself when you went beyond your comfort zone. Maybe it was working on your project late into the night, or perhaps it's saying no to the temptation that would have drained your progress. How did you feel afterwards? Exhausted? Maybe, but also exhilarated, right? The feeling that's the power of self-discipline. Self-discipline also means being able to delay gratification. It's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding that the pain of discipline now is nothing compared to the pain of regret later. It's about choosing long-term satisfaction over short-term comfort. This is where many falter, mistaking the easy road for the right road. But not you. You're here because you're ready to choose the right road, no matter how challenging it may be. Remember, self-discipline doesn't mean living a life of restriction. It means living a life of balance. It is about knowing when to work hard and when to rest, when to push yourself and when to recharge. It's about listening to your body, your mind, and your heart. It's about harmony. When you master self-discipline, you're not just mastering a skill, you're mastering lifestyle. Be clear, mastering self-discipline doesn't mean you will never fail or falter. You're all human after all. It's about how you respond to those failures. Do you let them defeat you, or do you use them as stepping stones? Every obstacle is an opportunity to practice self-discipline to get it back up. Dust yourself off and move forward with even more determination. So as we journey forward, let's embrace the power of self-discipline. Understand that it's the key to unlocking our full potential. It's the tool we need to carve out the life we dreamed of. It's the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. With self-discipline, there is nothing we cannot achieve. No dream too big, no goal too distant. As we wrap up this part of discussion, I want you to hold the idea that self-discipline is your LA, your strength, your guide. It's the light that leads to you through the darkness, the force that pushes you when the road gets tough. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch as it transforms your life in ways you never imagined. Let's continue this journey with the determination to strengthen our self-discipline day by day, choice by choice. Together, we can make the impossible possible. Let me just turn our focus on challenges that many of us fight. The twin hurdles of procrastination and laziness. These are just mere inconveniences. They are the thief of time, the enemies of progress. They sneak up on us, whispering sweet lies of later and in some days. But let me tell you, later is a dream killer, and someday is a thief of potential. It is procrastination and laziness. They're like quicksand. The more we give in, the deeper we sink, and the harder it becomes to pull ourselves out. I think about it. How often have we said, I'll start tomorrow, only to find that tomorrow brings its own set of excuses. It's a cycle, a dangerous loop that spins us around and keeps us from moving forward. But there is a good news. Just as we can fall into this cycle, we can also break free from it. The key: action. Immediate, deliberate action. It's the antidote of procrastination, the enemy of laziness. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it's hard to start. You're right, it's hard. Starting is often the hardest part. But remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It's about taking that first small step. It doesn't have to be the leap, just a step. A magic lies in the momentum you create once you start. It's like pushing a car. The initial push takes all your might, but once it started rolling, it gets easier. How do we start? First, by setting clear, achievable goals. Goals that excite us, that ignite a fire within us. When your goal is clear, your focus sharpness and procrastination loses its power. Then break this goal into smaller tasks. Tasks so small that it seems almost ridiculous not to do them. It's about tricking the mind, making the task seem too easy, so doable that procrastination has no room to creep in. And what about laziness? Laziness thrives in the absence of compelling why. You need a why that's so powerful, it's so compelling that it pulls you out of the comfort of inaction. Your why I should be like a beacon guiding you through the fog of laziness, reminding you of a bigger picture, the reason you're doing what you're doing. But remember, it's not just about the external goals, it's also about respecting yourself. Every time you overcome procrastination, every time you choose action over inaction, you're building self-respect. You're telling yourself, I am worth the effort, my dreams are worth the effort. And believe me, there is no feeling quite like looking in the mirror and knowing you've kept a promise to yourself. That's the self-respect that builds empires, that change lives. Also, talk about our environment. It plays a crucial role in overcoming procrastination and laziness. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, with people who inspire you to action. Create an environment that encourages productivity, one that makes it easier to start and harder to quit. Remember, our surroundings often shape our action. Make your breeding grounds for success and not forget the power of routine. A solid, well-structured routine can be a fortress against the onslaught of procrastination and laziness. When you have a routine, you don't have a waste energy deciding what to do next. I'm already laid out for you. This frees up mental space of creativity for productivity. Now, overcoming these challenges is not just about brute force. It is about understanding the root cause. Ask yourself, why am I procrastinating? Why am I avoiding? Often, procrastination is a symptom of fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of stepping out of comfort zone. Address these fears, confront them, and you will find that procrastination loses its grip on you. And in those moments, when you do fall prey to procrastination or laziness, don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, we're all human. The key is not to dwell in that aspect. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and then step back into action with reward vigor. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Every task completed, every moment of laziness overcome is a victory. Celebrate these, cherish them. They are the stepping stone to a greater success. It becomes clear that the building blocks of success are often the smallest ones. I'm talking about habits. Yes, habits. Those little routines. Those daily acts that we do almost without thinking. They might seem insignificant on their own, but cumulatively, they hold the power to transform our life. This is where personal growth either blossoms or withers. You see, habits are like the threads in a tapestry. Each thread might seem inconsequential, but together they create a picture of our lives. The quality of our habits determines the quality of that picture. Good habits lead to a life of strength and beauty, while bad ones lead to a life that, like a poorly woven tapestry, can easily come undone. Think about this. How many of our days are spent on autopilot? We woke up and go through our routine, and before we know it, the day is gone. Now, imagine if those routines, those habits were all designed to propel our goals. That's the power of intentional habit formations. But how do you form good habits? It started with awareness. You must first become a keen observer of your own life. Ask yourself, what are my current habits? Are they serving me or holding me back. This level of self-awareness is the first step toward meaningful change. Once you identify the habits you need to change, it's about starting well. Too often, we try to overhaul our lives overnight. That's like trying to lift a weight too heavy for us. It's unsustainable. Instead, start with small, manageable changes. Want to exercise more? Start with 10 minutes walk each day, not an hour at the gym. Small success begins momentum, and momentum leads to bigger success. But forming new habit isn't just about doing, it's also about unlearning. It's about breaking the chain of old, unproductive habit. This is where discipline comes in. The same discipline we talked about earlier. It's about making choices that align with our new goals, even when it's uncomfortable. Remember, comfort is often the enemy of growth. And speaking of growth, let's not forget the rule of consistency. Consistency is the secret ingredient in habit formation. It's not what we do once in a while, but that shape our life, but what we do constantly. This might mean making small sacrifices like waking up earlier or turning off a TV to focus on a project. These sacrifices might seem significant in a moment, but in the grand scheme of things, they're the price of success. Now, forming new habits is not just a solo journey. Surround yourself with people who embody the habits you want to adopt. You are, after all, social creatures, and we're heavily influenced by those around us. If you're surrounded by disciplined, focused individuals, it's much easier to adopt those traits yourself. Remember, habits do not just impact our action, they shape our every time you practice a good habit. You're not just getting closer to your goal. You're telling yourself, this is who I am. You're building an identity as someone you take action, who values discipline, who thrives for excellence. This identify becomes self-fulfilling prophecy, propelling you. But to be honest, change is hard. Old habits die hard, they say. There will be days when you'll falter. In those moments, it's crucial to remember why you started. Reflect on your goal, your dreams, your vision for your life. Remind yourself that every habit, no matter how small, is a step toward that vision. When you do slip up, do not beat yourself up. Growth is a linear journey. It's a series of ups and downs, success and setback. What matters is not that you stumbled, but you have the courage to get back up. Each time you do, you're strengthening your resolve, your discipline, your commitment to your new habits. Now, talk about the power of routine. A solid routine can serve as a framework to your habits. It gives you your day structure and rhythm to make it easier to incorporate new habits and discard old ones. Think of it as a scaffolding for your life. As you build new habits, this supports you, guiding you upward toward your goals. As you work on building these habits, be patient with yourself. Habits are not formed overnight. They require time, repetition, and persistence, but the rewards are worth the effort. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that habits you once struggled with are now second nature. That's a sign of our true personal growth. Embrace the power of habits. Let's recognize them as a tool they are, tools that they can build us up or tear us down. Let's choose our habits wisely, cultivate them with care, and watch as they transform our life one day at a time. As we wrap up this part of our discussion, hold on to the thought of your habits are shaping your future right now. These choices you make, the routine you follow, they're writing the story of your life. Let's write the story of success, of growth, or becoming best version of ourselves with the right habits. There is no limit to what we can achieve. Let's continue to build those habits step by step, day by day, until they lead to the life we always dreamed of. As we navigate the landscape of habit formation and personal growth, we inevitably encounter challenges. It is as if life tests our habits, our no-fools, discipline every turn. But here is the perspective I'd like us to consider. What if, instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we see them as opportunities? Opportunities to grow, to learn, to become even stronger. You see, challenges are a natural part of our life. They're like the weights in the gym. Without lifting them, we cannot grow stronger. When we face a challenge, we're presented with a choice to retreat in fear, or each time we choose to face challenge head on, we're not just overcoming that particular obstacle. We're building resilience. We're honing our problem-solving skills. We're stretching the boundaries of our capabilities. Think about some of the greatest achievements in history, in science, in art, and business. business. Were they born out of comfort and ease? No, they were born out of challenge, out of the need to solve a problem, to overcome a hurdle. It is the challenge that greatness is forged. But how do we turn challenges into opportunities? It starts with mindness. A challenge viewed through the lens of fear or doubt is a barrier. The same challenge viewed through the lens of growth and learning becomes an opportunity. It's about asking, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Let me share a secret with you. The most successful people are not those who never face challenges. They are ones who face them, learn from them, and use them as a stepping stone to a higher ground. They understand that on the other side of every challenge lies an opportunity to advance, to improve, to emerge stronger and wiser. Facing challenges head-on is not easy. It requires courage, determination, and the willingness to step out of our comfort zone. But remember, the greatest growth often happens right at the edge of your comfort zone. When you push yourself beyond what you thought was possible, that's where you find not just success, but fulfillment as well. Another key to turning challenges into opportunity is adaptability. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to adapt is invaluable. When faced with challenge, ask yourself, how can I approach this differently? What new strategies can I employ? Flexibility in thoughts and action allows you to navigate challenges more effectively, turning what seemed like roadblocks into stepping stones. It is important to embrace support. No one achieves greatness alone. When faced with challenge, lean on your network, mentors, colleagues, friends, and their wisdom. Experience and encouragement can be the catalyst you need to transfer challenge into victories. And not forget the power of reflection. After facing the challenge, take a moment to reflect. What worked? What didn't? Reflection turns experience into insights. The insight is the key to turning future challenges into opportunity. As we move forward, let's carry this understanding with that. Challenges are not just hurdles to be cleared, but opportunities to be embraced. Every challenge you overcome curves a little more the masterpiece that is your life. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure, and so are the strongest aspect of your character. So we'll approach challenges with a sense of anticipation. Let's look at them as questions waiting to be answered, puzzles waiting to be solved. And as we solve them, let's celebrate the growth they bring. Let's acknowledge our progress and use it to fuel our journey forward. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and how you respond to them defines our journey. They can be roadblocks or they can be stepping stone zones. The choice is in our choose to see them as opportunities or demonstrate our resilience, our adaptability, our strength. With the mindset, there is no challenge too great, no obstacle too daunting. Together, let's embrace our challenges, transform them into opportunities, and in doing so, transform ourselves. As we stand at the threshold of this new beginning, let's embrace the essence of what we've discussed. It is not just about the words spoken or ideas shared, but about the action we take from here. This is your moment, a moment for action, for stepping into the life you've envisioned. It is about taking everything you've learned and putting into practice. Your journey, unique and full of potential. It's waiting for you. It's a path that only you can walk, but you don't walk it alone. Think of the lessons we've shared as a companion on this journey, guiding you, supporting you, the power of self-discipline, the mastery over procrastination and laziness, the strengths or positive habits, the ability to transfer challenges into opportunities. These are your tools, your allies. What step can you take today? However small, they will move you closer to your goal. It might be setting a new goal, making a plan, or simply deciding to break free from patterns. Whatever it is, the improvement thing is to start. Take this step with confidence and convenience. Remember, the journey of a threshold miles began with a single step. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Your dreams, your inspiration, they're not just finical hopes. They're destination waiting to be reached. Every step you take, no matter how small it is a step closer to those destinations. Embrace the journey with all its twists and turns. Each step, each challenge, each triumph is shaping you you into the person you are meant to be. It is the doing, the striving, the overcoming that you truly grow. Embrace the process, embrace the journey, and most importantly, embrace the growth that comes with it. Celebrate your victories, learn from your setback, your growth. Always keep eyes fixed on your goals. The path to success is not a straight line. It is a winding road filled with learning opportunities. Embrace those opportunities, for they are experience that will lead you to greatness. I urge you to hold on to the sense of purpose and passion that brought you here today. Let it be the fire that drives you forward, the light that guides your path. You have within with your strength, the determination, the resilience to overcome any obstacle and reach any summit. Believe in yourself and your ability to make difference in your life and the life of those around you. As we conclude, remember, this is not the end, but the beautiful beginning of life lived with intention, purpose, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Carry those lessons with you. Let them be the wine to your sails. So go forth from here with a heart full of courage and a mindset in action. The world is waiting for you, for your contribution, your dreams, your passions. You have everything you need to create in life you desire. It's time to take action to make those dreams a reality. The journey ahead is yours to shape. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Now let's go out there and make it happen. Your incredible journey awaits you, and I can't wait to see you there. Here's your success, to your growth, and to the amazing life you're gonna build. Let's make it a journey to remember.